Good match. This is for the men's collegiate golds in the singles.
Ooh. Dead drop in the corner.
Got it. All right, Lewis to serve. Skip ball off the pickup there.
What's that?
Big setup here.
Good pinch towards the far right.
It's too many setups. Not putting it away. Good lob. Nice cutoff. Cross court winner. So no setup for him. Barely got there.
Good recovery.
Right on that wallpaper. Back to the lob. No driving.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss. Short serve, yeah. Thought so. Yeah, right down that line. That's got to be his bread and butter shot right there, right down the line. You ever heard the saying, splats for show, lines for dough?
I've never heard that, no.
Oh, that's the rule of racquetball, man. Down the lines and cross courts is where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to win. Everyone loves, see, that's a great reverse pinch, and everyone loves it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But it's just such a low percentage shot. This is the round of 16s for the gold division, number 4 gold division for the men's collegiates.
Skip at the front.
3 serves 4.
Dominic back in the box.
Ceiling ball.
Oh, almost. Died in the back wall.
Keeping with the lob serves. Another skip at the front.
They just got to let that ball drop. If you look every rally, we've got a lot of splats and a lot of pinches that are just head high, that are always going to float middle. That's a great tap right down the corner. That's ceiling ball, right? No, it didn't.
I think it was just underneath. Good setup.
Oh,
Miss swing.
got his racket on it and mishit it. We are at the Carmichael gym on site at NC State this whole weekend.
And there was a timeout call.
We'll be right back.
Racquetball is a sport that can be played by people of all ages and skill levels. Approximately 20 million people representing 95 countries play the sport today. Racquetball is fun. It is an incredible workout, a dynamic activity, and it can be played indoor or outdoor. Racquetball events are social gatherings that bring people together and where lifelong friendships are made. Are you interested in joining the racquetball community? Check out usaracquetball.com for more information.
And we're back. Dominic the serve. 7 serving 4. Great shot. Kisses that sidewall, takes all the pace off of it. Oh, cracks out.
Good serve to his forehand.
Right in the corner. Yeah, if it hits that back wall first, it's going to come out straight. Just wallpaper with that wall. Great serve. Takes it back up. See, that would have come off the back wall if he took it. That's not making it.
7 serves.
Back to Dominic in the box. 7-5. Long.
Trying a new serve.
He's calling that skip. Point. 8-5. He does not want to drive. He's lob only today. Oh, the dreaded 3 wall. And it didn't even grab. It came out fast.
Trying to catch his opponent off guard.
When I started playing racquetball, I loved that shot way too much. And I had a bunch of old guys that beat it out of me and said, stop doing that. It's too low a percentage and it never works.
It's hugged the wall there. Tough shot.
At the end of the day, a wall scrape sometimes is what you have to do to get that out. If it's going to stick there, I'd rather scrape it than break a racket.
Take it too high out of the air.
Yeah, you notice that he keeps swinging at head level. If he let that ball drop, it would fall right into the right range for him to kill it. A little scoop to keep it alive. Back up. There it is again. It's even further than a reverse pinch. He just throws it at the opposite sidewall and hopes that it'll go to the front wall. Sends him back. That's a great shot. He did it again. And he's going to eventually catch on to that. You can't keep hitting the same unorthodox shot over and over. Oh, same thing.
Another wall scrape.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Got a little high. Got a tweener there.
I love the unnecessary tweakers. Those are my favorite. It's like, if you take a step to the side, you have a decent offensive shot. But you just can't resist
for
it.
the flair.
And around the back betweener is just too much fun. It just makes you feel good about yourself when it works. Oh. Man.
Tough shot in the back corner.
It was good. I won, but it was
That's really nice lob. He got it, though. Yeah, he needed more downward angle on that spike, but he got it.
And we're going to timeout. We'll be back in a minute.
You'll need some basic equipment to play racquetball, like a racket and a ball. Notice the tether on your racket. That's important. Oh, and a glove helps for extra grip. The ball goes really fast, so you want some protection. Goggles. And you want to go fast too. So, bring some good shoes that won't scuff up the court. Okay, so here's the court. It's 40 feet long and 20 feet wide. These two lines are where you serve. To serve, you bounce the ball and hit it with your racket. The ball needs to hit the front wall and should land between this line and the back wall. The ball hitting the back wall is long, and if it bounces before the middle line, it is short. Don't worry, you get 2 tries to serve if you fault your first serve. Your feet can't touch the outside of the middle line at the beginning of your serve. As you step into your serve, your foot can go past the line, but still needs to be touching the line at least. When you return the ball, you have 1 bounce before you need to hit it and get it to hit the front wall again. This dotted line shows where you cannot enter when returning the serve. After the ball bounces, your racket can pass, but not your body. Let's get into it, okay?
All right, and we're back with Lewis serving 7 to 11.
7.
I love the deep crouch drive. Reminds me of like Andres Acuna. You know how he bends his knees and gets right down there at the floor?
Who would you say?
Andres Acuna on the IoT tour. He, for some reason, starts his drive serve in a similar crouch where he is almost butt to the floor. Hey, that's the first semi-drive serve he's hit all game. The overhead flip. There you go. Side out. Louis Asano representing Northern Arizona University. There's a lot of Arizona here.
Good down the line.
Just out of reach. And Dominic, this is actually his home court. He plays here at NC State. Oh, didn't quite make it off the back wall. Pretty much any time I hit off the back wall, I try to do it in such a way it turns into a ceiling ball. You know, You don't want sidewalls when it comes into a back wall shot.
As soon as it hits the side, it's destined for failure.
Yeah, just get just enough angle on it to pop it up to turn it into a ceiling ball, and then it looks just like you hit a ceiling ball.
Another lob.
Nice shot. His lobs are working. I mean, they're high, they're arcing. They're falling deep. They'll probably come out the back wall if you'd let them do it, but he's not letting them do it. Yeah, they definitely would set up if he'd leave it.
Good reach.
Still alive. 7-14. I love that. That's a great change of pace, and not many people know how to hit that serve. You'd be surprised. The lob Z like that, no one uses that. Just because if you do it even slightly wrong, it's going to come off the back wall every time. Yeah, see, it just generates a poor return that you can set up on. Just not quite enough on it. It's interesting how they do divisions here with the collegiate drop down, the Olympic format. This is a textbook between like a B and A level match. They get to every ball, they return every ball, but they just can't seem to put it away. You notice they set up on the ball.
Too high.
Yeah, they set up on the ball, they're ready for it. But then when they hit it, they lift the ball, And so even if they take it low, they're hitting about 5 foot off the wall. And it's just going to keep the volley alive the whole time. I get exhausted.
Like that one
I get
to the
exhausted
ground.
physically watching these.
That should be the end of the first game.
Yes, that's it.
15-8. Don won.
2-minute break, and we'll be back.
You'll need some basic equipment to play racquetball, like a racket and a ball. Notice the tether on your racket. That's important. Oh, and a glove helps for extra grip. The ball goes really fast, so you want some protection. Goggles. And you want to go fast too. So, bring some good shoes that won't scuff up the court. Okay, so here's the court. It's 40 feet long and 20 feet wide. These two lines are where you serve. To serve, you bounce the ball and hit it with your racket. The ball needs to hit the front wall and should land between this line and the back wall. The ball hitting the back wall is long, and if it bounces before the middle line, it is short. Don't worry, you get 2 tries to serve if you fault your first serve. Your feet can't touch the outside of the middle line at the beginning of your serve. As you step into your serve, your foot can go past the line, but still needs to be touching the line at least. When you return the ball, you have 1 bounce before you need to hit it and get it to hit the front wall again. This dotted line shows where you cannot enter when returning the serve. After the ball bounces, your racket can pass, but not your body. Let's get into it. Okay? So, player 1 is serving. Oops, they served it short, so they get another try on the serve. This one is good. Player 2 returns the ball with a ceiling shot. They wait for it to come off the back wall and go for a down the line. Now player 2 hits a pinch and ends the rally. Because player 2 won the rally, player 1 doesn't get any points. The score is still 0-0. They serve a lob serve. Player 1 moves their feet and swings to hit a wide-angle pass, but player 2 is able to swing and hits the ball. Player 1 sets up, swings, and skips the ball. The ball hits the ground before the front wall. Because player 2 served that rally and won the rally, they get a point. Now the score is 1-0. Player 2 serves again. Whoever gets to 15 points first wins the game. Each player takes turns hitting the ball to the front wall. You can hit it before it bounces or wait for the bounce and hit it. If the ball bounces twice or hits the ground first after hitting it, the rally ends. You only get points if you win the rally, and you were the one who served. Whoever gets to 15 points first wins the game. In a match, you play 2 games. If each player wins a game, then you play a tiebreaker game to 11 points. So that's it. How to play racquetball. Now get out there and play.
All right, we're back for game 2. Dominic serving first game, is that right? Yeah, that is. We lost the ball. There you go.
This looks near the one here.
That's why you don't take the ball off the court
Always leave it in.
in between games. Right back to the lob, except
Ball
that
that
is
came
not
down
a
the
good
middle.
one. Yeah, that's not a good one.
A jump off the wall. Couldn't get enough up.
I love the signature racket tap on the floor before he serves. Everyone's got their little picks that they do. No, didn't make it. You'll notice that many times they have an offensive setup, but they still choose to take it to the ceiling. That's a common mistake that players make all the time. I used to
It's
do
a
it all the
safe
time.
shot.
Well, right, if you're going to make it to the wall every time, but what are the chances that you're going to
Yeah.
get a point off that? You know,
That's
And
more
then-
just prolonging the rally, seeing
You're
who can
right.
outlast them.
Oh, you're just simply hoping that your opponent's going to skip rather than putting it away yourself. So I get it, safe racquetball, but at the same time, like high percentage racquetball, I mean, if you drill it, it can become high percentage. Again, you know, lines and cross courts. Yeah, see that? He had the whole line down the right side. And he
Try to get it to drop at the front.
Right, trying to take that 3-wall shot again. Tap, tap. There it is.
And it was long.
That's great. Second serve. He's going to lob this one, I'm sure.
At the Z lob.
Yeah, it's kind of like the junk lob. You know, you just kind of throw it up there to get it in bounds.
Got himself out of position there.
Yeah. That was a nice tight Z. Had to take it off the back wall. Big setup here.
Oh,
Yeah, see,
he
let it drop, but you notice he also let his shoulder drop. And you let your shoulder drop, you end up pendulum swinging, you know, which causes you to hit ground if you hit it too early. It's a great serve. He got it, though.
Big setup again. Skipped it again.
Notice he didn't plant his feet at all. He was pirouetting that as soon as he went to swing it. There's no foundation to swing off of.
Got a backhand serve.
You know, that's
stayed against the wall there.
one that I don't do. I don't like the backhand lob down the line. I'm a lefty though, so that's why I don't use it. But
Seemed to work for him here.
I've never been good at the backhand down the line. I'll do a backhand Z lob, but I won't do that one right there. That's the right shot. Just wasn't low enough. No.
Couldn't get around it.
Yeah, the scoop.
We're taking another timeout. We'll be back in a minute.
Racquetball is a sport that can be played by people of all ages and skill levels. Approximately 20 million people representing 95 countries play the sport today. Racquetball is fun. It is an incredible workout, a dynamic activity, and it can be played indoor or outdoor. Racquetball events are social gatherings that bring people together and where lifelong friendships are made. Are you interested in joining the racquetball community? Check out USA.
All right, we're back in Lewis serving 6-0.
Yeah, so far good opener for him. Oh, man. And see, he had the whole court to take something there and chose to go up with it. Same thing here. It's going to be a massive setup.
That should come off hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't utilize it.
Well, you just got to get used to hitting at that 36 to 40 foot line. You know, you just got to drill. I mean, what I'll do is I'll hit ceiling balls to myself and then intentionally take them offensively as hard as I can to the wall. That's the only way to get better at it, you know, or an exercise like the Rubin where you're throwing the ball off the back wall and taking your choice of the shot. You know, great position there. Yeah, that's excellent.
Good pass.
He took some off of it, which was just enough to make sure it didn't come off the back wall, and then easy point.
It's not all power in this game.
No, this one might actually go to a tiebreaker. I did not think so after the end of game one, but no, not enough. Yeah, that was a good mix-up of a serve. Oh, the 3-wall. I love it. And it Z'd perfectly.
Oh, you got it.
I actually use that one all the time.
The wraparound.
That's the Ruben Gonzalez. That's a hinder, but they're not going to call it. That's all right. They want to keep playing through it. Let them.
Yeah, that wraparound Z is also one of my favorite serves, especially in doubles.
Uh-huh.
People get really confused.
If you hit it too hard, though, it comes off the back wall. But if you hit it with just enough power, that thing kisses the sidewall, and then you'll notice it just dies in the back. Ruben Gonzalez made that one popular. That was his
Signature.
shot. The around the world, yeah. And he could do it so well. He didn't have to hit it hard. He just could place it anywhere he wanted. Big skip there with the forehand overhead. Anytime you put a downward angle on a ball, good chance you're going to skip it. That's a hard one.
What percentage?
It's a tennis shot, to be able to take it up high and to push it down low. That's why we talk about swinging flat all the time. Look at that squat. There it is. That's a great Z. He got it off, but it's always a big setup every time. Here we go.
Ceiling.
Yeah, misses the ceiling altogether on that.
So taking that off the back wall.
And he's jumping. Pretty much anytime
Good pinch shot.
Yeah, anytime you jump before you swing, it's not a good time. It's not going to be a predictable shot where you're going to hit something that you're proud of.
It takes away all your form there.
Well, yeah, it takes everything away. Your body mechanics are gone. You have no rotation of the hips. You have no ability to put any power on it. Missed the tap. Another reason why I don't tap right there. It's a low percentage shot. I'll look at my opponent and I'll slam it in the other direction. Low and hard. Short. Second serve at 110. That's a good little nick. Hit the sidewall, took all the pace off of it.
One should come off hard. He wasn't ready for it.
He was not ready for it. They're just not set up on it. Oh, almost tried to get it up. Yeah, it really is the game of learning what is an offensive opportunity and what is a defense. Don't take it up unless you have to take it up. If you don't have an offensive shot at it, by all means take a ceiling ball.
Right.
But if you do have an offensive shot, why are you taking a ceiling ball? Because it's safe, like you said. That's a screen serve and long.
Back to the classic lob.
I mean, it's tight. It's a good lob. Yeah. I mean,
as long as it works.
That's probably one of his best tools in his toolbox is the lob serve, If nothing else, it generates a poor return every volley. But if you can't follow up on the return with anything, then you're not going to win the volley, It's got to get past. Back in, 10-3. Tap, tap. There it is. There it is. Nice shot.
Left that right first forehand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and at higher levels, pretty much anyone will tell you, you don't let the Z ball Z off the wall. You have to cut those off at higher levels because it's gonna be worse for you if you don't.
As soon as it hits the wall, it's unpredictable.
Well, it's gonna
less predictable.
Yeah, it's gonna come out straight. The problem is if it comes out straight on that back wall, you have no shot at it. And so unless you know that it's going to Z short, then there's no point in letting that hit the back wall. So instead, you're better to step and take it aggressively than to try and wait for it.
Got a dive back wall.
That's technically a penalty hinder. Any body contact with the player on the ground should be end of rally penalty hinder, according to the rules. But yeah.
The problem is at this level, they don't call a lot of those.
I know, yeah. That's the thing is especially at tournaments like this where you have player refs that are in college, you're not really sure what they're going to call and what they're not. Nor do you know their level of expertise in it. There's the three wall again. You see, but it comes to the middle every time. Like if you hit it hard and high, there it is again. It's going to come right across center court. So anyone who controls center is going to just be able to put that away. Kept it alive, but he's in a terrible position. See, there. Oh,
Got the ceiling there.
now they switched positions.
Oh, and he got hit by it.
The spike right at him. That's funny. Listen, if you got an opponent in the front court, the best thing you can do is hit front wall and then have the ball hit him after the front wall. And as long as you don't hit him going into the wall, you're fine.
It's a tactical shot.
Yeah, there it is. 3-wall again.
Well,
And
that one
got
had
it.
a drop.
Yeah. That was actually a decent 3-wall. So we're now 1 out of 20 for good 3-wall shots in this game. That is not high percentage racquetball. That one nicked, but it came way out.
I should have taken that off the back wall.
See, it's a perfect example. He took the shot at 2 foot and it hit about 6 foot up on the wall. It's just racket angle. He's hitting everything up in an effort to not skip it rather than in. That's, again, it's a hinder. I'm not sure what that shot is. That's out. It's out. Yeah. Ball hit top of the glass and changed directions. Even if the ball does not go out, if it hits the top of the glass wall and it changes directions in any way, it's considered a dead ball. It's out. (11-3). Looks like we might get a tiebreaker out of this. Back to the backhand lob.
Skip right at the front wall.
Notice he just didn't follow through with his racket. He's chopping at it and he's stopping.
Okay.
He had no follow through at all, he didn't generate any force, not enough to get to the front wall at least. Turns it into a forehand instead. I love that when people do that. They put their butt up on the wall rather than take a backhand.
Passing.
Yeah,
take a little off.
He's actually had a lot. He's had 3 or 4 like that. He's just tapping it in the direction that he's not. Yeah, that's tight. Remember, there's no such thing as one shot being better than another. It's just a matter of what shot you need at the time.
Exactly.
And that's what part of racquetball is learning.
Shot selection.
Yeah, exactly. Shot selection is the biggest thing. I don't care how much cardio you have. If I know where to put it and I can get it low enough, your cardio does not matter. Yep. You'll notice a lot of times, look at the opponent's position and then look at where Dominic ends up putting it. He normally gets it right back to him. You've got the entire court open.
Mm-hmm.
Go down the line, go wide angle with it, get it around him, do something. But whatever you do, don't just hand it to him, waist high, right in the center of the court. It's a decent lob. Even better return, though. Notice the foot.
Spiked that one.
When he took the forehand down the line, the left foot went up, the right racket slung. That's a nice overhead. He got it, though. The whole right side of the court is open, and he goes for the left side.
Do we get another time?
Yeah, we'll stay here on this one. President. That is cool. How long have you been playing racquetball?
I'm a junior now. I played a little my freshman year and joined the club last year.
Awesome. Very cool, man.
So I guess about 3 years now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yes, it is. I never got to do it as a club sport in school, my dad got me into it when I was younger.
Okay.
I've been playing with old guys since I was born, That's,
yeah, my freshman roommate.
There it is.
The class. And taught us all how to play.
He kept it alive. with a jumping ceiling ball get. Yeah, see how much scooping there is? You know, they're almost like scooping it up and throwing it to the front wall rather than hitting the ball flat. If your racket angle's flat, wherever you hit the ball is where it's going to hit the front wall. That's where you get the idea of letting the ball drop into position.
Keeping it low, travel straight.
Right. Yeah, that's nice. Straight down the line.
2 more points and we're going to a tiebreaker.
Yeah. And if momentum doesn't change, he'll get tiebreaker 2. I'm not really sure what changed in his gameplay, meaning they're both kind of hitting the same shots.
It looks like Dom's playing a little more tired.
Yeah, that's certainly it. I mean, I'm tired watching it, so.
He's taking another timeout.
Another timeout, okay.
Racquetball is a sport that can be played by people of all ages and skill levels. Approximately 20 million people representing 95 countries play the sport today. Racquetball is fun. It is an incredible workout, a dynamic activity, and it can be played indoor or outdoor. Racquetball events are social gatherings that bring people together and where lifelong friendships are made. Are you interested in joining the racquetball community? Check out usaracquetball.com for more information.
All right, we're back. Player's not on the court yet, but 14-7. Lewis has one more to go until tiebreaker here. And he has serve.
Dom trying to take a timeout to ice him.
Yeah. I love stuff like that. You know, I love taking
You have the timeout, you may as well use it.
I love taking timeouts on second serve. I love taking 10 seconds with my racket, slowing down the pace. Do everything you can to get something going for you.
I know some players, if they're out of timeouts, if they're really sweaty, dive, so they have to clean up the court.
Oh yeah. There's easier ways to do it than that. Rather than wetting the court, if you really want to, if you need a timeout, just untie your shoe, man. Step on your shoelace, because your shoelace is considered an equipment, a safety thing. So you've got to tie it. And so if it takes longer than 10 seconds to tie your shoes because you're not good at tying your shoes, that's allowed.
And that was looks like we're going to tiebreaker.
And then we got another 2-minute break. That's correct? Another 2-minute break until tiebreaker.
You'll need some basic equipment to play racquetball, like a racket and a ball. Notice the tether on your racket. That's important. Oh, and a glove helps for extra grip. The ball goes really fast, so you want some protection. Goggles. And you want to go fast too. So bring some good shoes that won't scuff up the court. Okay, so here's the court. It's 40 feet long and 20 feet wide. These two lines are where you serve. To serve, you bounce the ball and hit it with your racket. The ball needs to hit the front wall and should land between this line and the back wall. The ball hitting the back wall is long, and if it bounces before the middle line, it is short. Don't worry, you get 2 tries to serve if you fault your first serve. Your feet can't touch the outside of the middle line at the beginning of your serve. As you step into your serve, your foot can go past the line, but still needs to be touching the line at least. When you return the ball, you have 1 bounce before you need to hit it and get it to hit the front wall again. This dotted line shows where you cannot enter when returning the serve. After the ball bounces, your racket can pass, but not your body. Let's get into it. Okay? So, player 1 is serving. Oops, they served it short. so they get another try on the serve. This one is good. Player 2 returns the ball with a ceiling shot. They wait for it to come off the back wall and go for a down the line. Now player 2 hits a pinch and ends the rally. Because player 2 won the rally, player 1 doesn't get any points. The score is still 0-0. They serve a lob serve. Player 1 moves their feet and swings to hit a wide-angle pass, but player 2 is able to swing and hits the ball. Player 1 sets up, swings, and skips the ball. The ball hits the ground before the front wall. Because player 2 served that rally and won the rally, they get a point. Now the score is 1-0. Player 2 serves again. Whoever gets to 15 points first wins the game. Each player takes turns hitting the ball to the front wall. You can hit it before it bounces or wait for the bounce and hit it. If the ball bounces twice or hits the ground first after hitting it, the rally ends. You only get points if...
And we're back for the tiebreaker. Lewis has the most combined points, so he's going to get served first. Who you got for this one?
I think this next one, since both of the last 2 games were close, I think it's going to be a tight one. But
Yeah,
I think Lewis has the advantage.
It's interesting, yeah. When you look at oh wow, that was a weird bounce. Was that was straight in? But did you see that? It was good. I know it was just an odd bounce.
It's because it came from a higher angle.
Yeah. It popped up really high. It's interesting when you look at like Pro Tour stats. Normally, whoever wins first game wins tiebreaker.
Okay.
But it's not by a lot. You know, on the men's Pro Tour, it's almost half and half. The odds are. And in this case, as close as those two were, I think momentum's already on Lewis's side. So I think you're right. I think Lewis is going to take this one relatively easy. I'm going to guess 11-4.
Okay. I think Dom can rally, but I think he'll get 7 or 8. You got a fancy back
live, but there's the tap. Yeah.
Pulling out all the trick shots.
I don't know if I'd call that a trick shot.
By necessity.
I think I'd call that a prayer at best. Nice shot.
If Dom can go on a run here, it'll give him all the momentum.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like such a novel idea. Hit the ball where your opponent isn't, but, you know, that really is the name of the game. Back to the lob. It's honestly a good lob. I mean, the form was interesting, but see, that's a smart shot. Lewis hit it where it wasn't, and again,
lift that one.
He's got to slow down. Dominic is a textbook overrunner. He gets to it too fast. He doesn't set up on it. He's got too much time to think about it. The majority of these balls, if you know where they're going to end up, where the setup's going to be, you can walk to them and return it. But he's so fast, his feet won't stop moving.
That might be the reason he's getting tired faster.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you got a lot of unnecessary movement. Yeah, he's coming within a foot of that ceiling. That's a great lob. There you go. See? You hit it where it wasn't, and then he got the point. That simple. The entire left side of the court open. He didn't even have to put any pace on it. You know, he just had to hit
All
the
he
right.
did is get it by him.
Right, just
Make sure
the
it
right
doesn't come
angle.
hard off the back wall.
Yeah, the position of the shot is so much more important than the strength of it. Hard is not good unless hard is low.
Yeah.
That's it. Someone that hits hard and high is just simply going to make the rally last longer and become more exhausting.
Help set your opponent up for a kill shot.
Yeah, I mean, by open level or pro level, you're looking at 3-shot rallies. You know, serve kill or serve return kill.
Seems they're spending a lot of time falling to the ground.
Yeah, that's just because they're not planting their feet. You know, if they plant their feet and they set up on the shot properly, they're not going to lose their footing and fall over. Yeah, and it comes from bending the knees, bending at the hips. You'll notice that he likes to lean forward a lot. You know, Dominic will lean all the way down. That creates, again, the same thing, a pendulum, where if you swing early like that, it drives into the ground. If you're late on the ball, it's going to be way up high. That's why it's so important that all the way through your swing, your racket is flat the entire time. then worst case scenario is you pinch it or you go cross court, but you're not going to drill it into the ground or hit the ceiling ball off it.
Just grazed the ceiling there.
Yeah, it was just enough to make it a decent ceiling ball. And then there's the failed one. Yeah.
Gave right back to him.
I think the biggest difference is they're not really quite sure where to set up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Part of shot selection is knowing where's this ball going to end up at. Who cares where it's at now? Where is it going to be when I want to hit it?
Being able to read. That's
where you're going to walk to. It's not about where it's at right now. I'm not going to chase that ball all the way around as it goes around. I'm going to go to where it ends up. Did it make it? It did.
It made it.
And see, now I like that. He didn't do the 3-wall thing. You know, he actually took it down the line. I don't know if he meant to or not, but that's a good shot in return. Send him throwing backwards again. Big setup here. Let it drop. Oh yeah, I like that a lot.
Moving him around.
Yeah, Lewis just keeps throwing it to his backhand side because he knows it's going to generate a poor return every time. You'll notice.
Like Dom almost hit a full split there.
Right back to it. If you would let these go another 2 seconds, they would drop right down to a nice hitting level. It's
he wasn't ready for it.
Get it. He thought it was soaring. It looked like it was going out, but it did not.
Into long rallies.
And so far, you might be right. 11-7 might be where we land. 3-4, Dominic serving. Oh, no lob. He does this short drive. Good shot.
Keeping it low.
I liked all of that, except for the step. Watch here on the replay. When he steps, he throws that foot way up in the air. You know, it's always one of the feet. So there you go.
Keep him in the back corner.
Yeah, see, one of the best shots you can take in that scenario.
Dropping it to the back.
Well, yes. I mean, he did. That's what he chose to do as a ceiling ball. But honestly, if a ball is high and in the front court, the spike ball is the best thing you can do. You know, at an angle, spike it right into the front wall.
Towards the side.
Right. It's going to go front wall, floor, and when it hits that side wall, it's actually going to pop up and throw into the back of the court. So the front court spike is almost, if it's high enough, coming off that back wall, that's the shot you take every time. Just because that is truly the most unpredictable shot in racquetball.
As a person hitting, you don't even know what it's gonna do.
Yeah, you just chase it and hope that you can catch up to it. That's about it.
Taking a lot of overheads.
Yeah, that might have been down.
I thought it was good, but I mean, they'll play it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing we can do about it.
That was an interesting shot. He had to open his racket face up the whole way to make that happen. Good ball. On a forehand, nonetheless. That's the worst after a rally like that long. It's like you just worked 45 seconds for a potential point, and then you end up losing it on the easiest shot of the rally.
Another 3-wall.
Yeah, you notice it's that 3-wall every time, though, especially if it doesn't hit floor first, it's going to grab. It's not going to spin. If it hits floor first, it's going to spin backwards. If it hits wall first, it's going to grab just like a normal Z serve would. And so you, again, just have to know where to set up on it. Yeah, Dominic's actually getting too far out of the way. So he's hitting the ball, and then he's giving his opponent too much room, right?
Pulling himself out of position.
Yeah, correct. Like, at the end of the day, if you're trying to control center court, then that's your goal, is to get back there, right? So he falls back, he comes back to center. Yep. I don't know why he keeps hitting into his forehand here, especially at this level. Forehand is obviously their better shot. But off the back wall, that's the thing. Adam and Nia just made a video today about that, about how it's better to overhit your ceiling balls than underhit because it's easier to hit a ceiling ball that comes short than it is that comes off the back wall.
Just out of reach.
Yeah, almost down the line.
And we got a timeout.
5 serving 6. So you might be right. He's
I thought it was going to be tight.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be much closer than this, but it's not. 5 serving 6, and at least it's still Lewis's serve after that down the line. This is just a timeout, so it'll only be 30 seconds here. Now, what level do you play here at the
I'm playing in Division 2.
Division 2? Very cool.
Lost my first match in tiebreaker.
Okay. Awesome. So that means you drop down to a lower
Yes,
division, right?
yes.
Is it blue or red or
It's red.
red? Okay.
Yes.
I'm not
And
very
my game should actually be soon.
Okay,
Right
yeah.
after this.
I'm not very familiar with the Olympic format, and so the whole drop down and the numbers.
Yeah,
and
this
so
is
forth.
what we play for most of our collegiate
Yeah.
tournaments.
I'm used to the open ABCD. So
Once you play and you lose, you're out.
well, yeah, single elimination.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's sometimes consolidation, of course.
Okay.
Most tournaments will give you a consolidation, especially they'll combine them. So like instead of having an elite division, they'll have an open division, and then the elite becomes the consolidation bracket of the open.
Okay.
So that way you still have a winner of the elites who's technically the winner of the consolation bracket. So back to it here. Yeah, see, he could
Unnecessary.
easily have taken the backhand, right? He had all day long to take the backhand, and instead he chose to go around the back but didn't make contact with it. 6-6. He's already over the score that I predicted. So you were spot on that it was going to be tight. This will come way off the back wall, and that's perfect. That is a great, almost accidental splat right there. Side wall, front wall, hit. Back to the drive serve. 7-6. I like that a lot. He barely got to it.
Had to
Still alive.
reach.
Right down the line. Yeah, that's it. Right there. See?
That's Dom reaching. And gave it to the middle.
Yeah, I don't like that shot. And then he got him way out of position. Here we go.
Set him up. Yeah, it looks like they're still taking him early out of the air.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They would just set up and let him drop.
They're not gonna. It's alive. Kept it alive again. I see pretty much any of these that are floating chest level. Any pro or open player is going to take that straight in as hard as they can with a slam. I think he hit his own hat off there.
Yeah,
is what it looked like. The racket popped
Right.
off. Yeah. Okay.
And they're taking a
We're
time
having
here.
another timeout. We'll take a timeout too. We'll be right back.
Racquetball is a sport that can be played by people of all ages and skill levels. Approximately 20 million people representing 95 countries play the sport today. Racquetball is fun. It is an incredible workout, a dynamic activity, and it can be played indoor or outdoor. Racquetball events are social gatherings that bring people together and where lifelong friendships are made. Are you interested in joining the racquetball community? Check out usaracquetball.com for more information.
Does she really? All right. We'll learn something new. All right, here we go. Lewis serving, 8-6. Back to the ceiling ball game.
Should take that off the back wall.
Yeah, all of these are going to come off the back wall. They'd be tight, but again, like if you were at the wall, you would have a nice setup for an offensive shot. Great cross there. That was
Ooh.
excellent. Yeah.
Came in hard with the dive. Wasn't enough.
Yeah, you noticed that was a great shot. His opponent's in the back left corner, perfect cross court, and there you see you can't even get to it with a dive. So
Dom needs one more point to secure my prediction.
It might come right here. Yep. See, if you don't hit the sidewall there, he'd have had that. But the sidewall takes all the pace off the ball.
Doing the splits in the middle.
Yeah, that was funny. What do you do when you set up about one pace off of where you should be? Apparently, you do the splits. There's the 7th
There it
point.
is.
We'll see if you're right.
Could come back here.
It's
going to run.
It's certainly anyone's game.
Yeah.
I'm
Whoever
going off
tied.
of your prediction at this point. Oh, he puts it away. Tie game at 8. If I'm Lewis here, I let this go one more time. If he gets another point on me here towards 9-8, I take a tie. Oh wait, it's tiebreaker. I think they only get one timeout in tiebreaker, right? Two for USA. All right. It gets confusing when you watch all of them. You know, every single organization has different rule sets.
Okay. 2
tiebreakers in there. So if there's the 9th point, I would have taken a timeout right there. That's 4 points in a row for Dom. You got to break momentum here.
Off the back wall.
Oh, he got it.
Tried
too.
to drop it.
Yeah.
Sliding.
I don't like the shot, but it's a good shot.
If it works.
I mean, right, exactly. If it gets you the point, okay. You know, notice the open face racket in front of him that he kind of pushes. You know, same thing. If you're not using traditional form, then it's a low percentage that you're going to give it. But there it is. It's game off of a lob. Oh,
wow.
Swing and miss at a lob, and that's game. That was unexpected. I really, really thought that Lewis had that tiebreaker. But so that's it for this match. We'll be back in a few minutes with the next match, and we will go from there. Thanks for tuning in.